Today on Family Matters.
Started from little things to swearing, hitting his sisters. Olivia he hates with a passion. He will just be sat here just like I am now and then just lunge and literally attack her. When he's out, you just cannot control him.
You're near the road, you need to stop doing that near the road.
I think certainly the fear of feeling you may lose Jake is stepping you back from not participating and being the parent that you need to be. Really, you need to come together with respect to getting the discipline right.
Erin and Vinny don't respect anyone and anything. They don't respect nothing.
She needs to stick to what she says and carry it through, instead of 10 minutes later letting them get away with it again.
This is the first step, because we can't quit now, can we? Because quitting doesn't get us anywhere, does it? And it's about looking to tomorrow and how we're going to put things right. My first family, Sean and Maria, contacted the show because they are at a loss at what to do about their toddler Jake's behaviour. Over the last few months, it's gone from bad to worse, so much so that Dad Sean says he's on the verge of giving up.
My name's Maria. I'm a mum of three, those three being Olivia, Jake and Ronnie. The reason why we need Joe Frost's help is because we're finding it very hard to control Jake. He hits his dad and his sister, and when he's out, you just cannot control him.
You're near the road, you need to stop doing that near the road.
And if Sean says to him, Jake, don't do this, he just totally and utterly ignores him. It seems to flare him up even more.
Go on.
I feel completely manipulated by Jake. It's affecting me emotionally, it's just crushing me inside. It gets quite depressing, and it affects the others as well.
Listen, if you do it again, you have to go for a timeout.
To Jake, literally, Sean is invisible. It doesn't matter what Sean says to him, he may as well not say that whatsoever, because it has no effect on Jake. He sat right there and he told you to stop, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then if I come in, if I say Jake, 9 times out of 10 he'll stop. If I hear Daddy telling you to stop and you don't stop, it's the naughty step. We just do not know what to do. We've tried literally everything. Once more. We sit and we think, what else can we physically do?
Come to Joe for help because I just want to be like a normal family again and be able to go out places and not be a public spectacle. And just get help with his hyperactiveness, his anger, and give me tips on how I can control it and stop it from happening.
Welcome, the pair of you. So I want to take you back. Take me right back to when you started to see Jake's behaviour become a little bit mischievous, and when you had to start stepping in because you felt that you had to, and you obviously weren't on the same page with respects to that.
Yeah. I think it's probably been over the last 6 to 9 months when it's totally got out of control. Started from little things to swearing within the house.
Yes.
Hitting his sisters. Yeah. Well, I say sisters. Ronnie he idolises. Yes. Olivia he hates with a passion. He'll just be not even playing. He can just be sat there in silence, just watching the television, and literally you just sat beside him. Pow! He's right over her, pulling her hair. He'll punch her. He'll anything basically, and it will literally be out of nothing. We cannot explain it, can we? He'll just jump right on her. And then obviously lately it's been when we've been taking him out of the house. So I say we whenever Sean takes him out of the house.
Right, it's out, right.
Do you want to explain what he does when you take him out?
Runs off. He doesn't stop at roads, so he won't even look. He'll just run that out, and then if there's a car there, he'll run back. I always teach him to stop, look, and listen. Just when we're out and about, I'll always make sure that I stop and I get them to look as well as me. And
right, so you've been teaching as you've been doing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He'll put the swear finger up to passers-by, people that are walking, you know.
And when you saw him use his hand signs, did you say to him, what is that? What are you doing? And
yeah, occasionally we do ask, and he'll say, my mates at school do it. It's the older boys.
Right, okay.
he does associate himself with the old, like Olivia, because they're in the same playground at school.
Right.
So he'll play with Olivia's older friends, the boys.
Yeah. And what age group is that then?
That's 7 to 8, up to 9 even, because Olivia does like to associate herself with the older classes.
So he's playing with children 3 and 4 years older than himself?
Yes, yeah, at school. Yeah, that's what he does do at school.
Does he have a problem then playing with children of his own age?
I think whenever we go into parents' evening and things, the teachers always say he's got plenty of friends. It's something that we always ask about because Jake has always found it harder to make friends in a school or, you know, whenever we take him to like a monkey maze or things like that.
So if you take him to like a play activity?
Yes, he'll stick with Olivia. Is what he will do.
So he doesn't venture out?
No, not like Olivia would. Olivia will, you'll leave her for 10 minutes and she'll come back and she's got like 5 or 6 friends.
So go back to school now.
Yeah.
So at school, what do you know with respects to him playing with children in his own classroom?
In his own class, well, according to the teachers, he does play with the other boys in his classroom.
Right.
So.
But you hear.
Yeah, sometimes he'll say like, when he goes out of playtime, he'll say, "They didn't ask me to play." So then he'll go to Olivia and her friends. So he always waits for an invitation rather than going and joining in.
Right, OK. That's very telling. Yeah. So let's go and watch some more tape.
Not near the road.
So the worst behaviour when Jake's outside is he'll run off into the road whilst there's cars coming. He'll hit, kick, nip, scratch, punch his sister.
Right, stop fighting now, stop fighting.
When he's walking past people's property, he'll kick the fences, pick things up and throw them into people's gardens. The other week he had his tablet and he smashed it over Olivia's head. He kicks doors, he writes all over things, he hits Sean, he bites Sean, he nips Sean.
Why haven't you stopped? Daddy has asked you to stop, so why haven't you?
I had a fish day with Jake. We'll have breakfast, he'll start messing about, running around the table, banging into the table so it knocks cereal out of bowls. I'll ask him to brush his teeth, he'll run off into his bedroom, kick his sister. He'll kick walls, stamp on steps, shout.
Where's it gone?
Jake.
He'll punch and kick me not to get back on steps, swear at me, call me all sorts of names.
Jay, can you stop doing that banging, please?
So would you say that he knows how to play with his siblings if you sat down and played a game?
No. No.
I just want us to go to the tape because what I see in the tape was really a lot of the times that you have to step in and actually take over from Sean with respects to the discipline. Why is that? Why is there a step in?
So 9 times out of 10 when Sean's disciplining Jake, Jake literally won't listen to Jake. Sean isn't there.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You feel like you're not there?
Everything Sean says to him, he just doesn't take on board.
And is Sean at fault? I mean, is he messing up?
Well,
is he getting it wrong?
To be fair, I'd like to say yes and no because I think it's the tone in your voice. I don't know if it's, you know, just something he was born with, but he'll just say, Jake, please don't do that. Please don't. And the tone never ever changes. So
does your tone change?
My tone will change. Yeah.
Right. So it changes from your conversational
to my
voice.
Normal, nice, say, hello, Jake, how are you doing? To Jake, no, that's it, enough type of thing.
Do you think that's a load of rubbish, what she's saying? I mean, is there any value in what she has to say here?
I think so. Like I say, it is, it's just like a one-tone voice. And I do try, like, turning volume up and I still get no response.
So you turn the volume up?
Yeah.
You don't change the tone, but you turn the volume up?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
OK. All right. Let's take a look at some more tape.
The worst day for me personally was on Sunday. He was literally out of control.
Tell me what you said.
Wouldn't listen, swearing.
I can't hear you.
I'm wonder.
And do you understand what a bad word that is?
Beating his sister up constantly.
No, after that way.
I put him on the naughty step. 3 hours later, he was still there. We was putting him on. He kept getting off, putting him on, kept getting off, kept putting him on.
Stay sat there.
After the 3 hours, he sat there and he did his 6 minutes. Is how long he sits there for.
Up on the step, Jake.
Straight away. I say it again. Kicking doors, kicking the table, hitting his sister.
If I'm not there and Jake's left alone with his mum, he's like a completely different child.
On the step.
He behaves, he listens. Makes me feel quite bad, like I'm doing something wrong.
It's just sworn.
You can.
Said the F word.
Can get quite down as well, quite depressing. Makes me feel like I'm an inadequate parent.
Jake really does think that Sean is a pushover. I don't think Sean disciplines the kids right.
I'll kick you in the face.
Jake. From Jake, I was getting the same answer that I don't love him and I don't like him. I did have a relationship with my dad growing up, so it's really important for me to have that with Jake, and it's hurtful when he says that I don't love him. Sometimes I feel like it might be better if I weren't here, because then it's easier for everyone.
It must be horrible for Sean. It really must be, and I do feel bad for Sean, the fact that they don't listen to him.
Jake, stop it.
You struggle. I'm looking at the tape and you actually struggle to implement discipline.
Yeah, he always fights back. So if I'm trying to put him on a timeout, he'll try like a rugby barge on me to push me away from putting him onto the step.
But when I look at your body language, it's like you don't want to put him there. There's no assertiveness. There's no conviction with you believing that he's misbehaved and he needs to go there. You're almost apologetic that you might have to put him on there. You can see it you're just very gently kind of guiding him away from you, and you're not just moving from one action to the next. It's kind of, you feel like you're soft playing with him.
Right.
Just look at yourself here, look. You know, this is kind of like wrangle, rather than taking in his hand, putting him on the step, short, quick, simple steps. That doesn't happen. So why is it really difficult for you to actually take that authority, that role as a parent, and just look at him and think, well, you have misbehaved. It's not okay. You know, you do have to go into the timeout. Why is that difficult for you to follow through on?
I think because of over time with him constantly doing it, I think it's just like crushed me down. It's like worn me down. And it's to the point where I probably have given up a bit, and I need to probably like give myself a kick up the butt and get back into doing it properly.
I don't think you really want to give him a timeout, though. I feel like inside that you don't really want to give it to him. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
This is why I step in a lot of the time, and I think Sean knows that.
I do want to, yeah.
You do want to give it to him?
Yeah.
Do you think he's deserving of it?
Yeah, he's always deserving of it, yeah.
Do you think he's deserving of going into a timeout here, where he's just playing with his sister on the sofa? I mean, you're trying to stop them just doing, to be honest with you, what most kids would do on the sofa as siblings. And he's smiling. You know, actually Olivia's smiling. They're just wrestling with each other and not really doing anything wrong, yet you're trying to break it up. Why is that?
It looks like they're playing, but they never... They always do hate each other like that. So that's when they do hate each other, when they seem to be playing. So they'll be laughing like that, and then it'll just turn into tears. Which
is natural. You know, that's natural for most toddlers who play with each other. But there's no setup of, you know, like, hey, you're hanging out, having fun, that's okay. But remember, you know, be careful with one another. Don't go to the point where you're going to hurt each other. So now you're kind of getting in there where it's not really necessary. So you're either getting in there where it's not necessary, or when you do need to step up, you're not doing it. Well, I met your children this morning before I had the chance to talk to you both. I'm not going to say nothing, watch the tape. Nice to meet you, I'm Jojo. Hi, Jake.
Hi.
Who are these people here?
Olivia and Ronnie.
Olivia and Ronnie. Are you Olivia? Yes, you are. Hi, Olivia. Pleased to meet you. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, I'm Jojo. Pleased to meet you. Hi, how are you? Good. Do you all play nicely when you're at home?
Yeah. No. Ronnie doesn't.
Ronnie doesn't. No? What happens when you're at home?
Well, when we go upstairs to play, Jake always comes in our room and starts jumping on the beds and stuff, so then I chuck him out of the room and then he starts banging on the door, so then you have to close the door and then he starts, like, bashing it again.
Do you? Do you do that?
Yeah.
No, you don't do that. You don't behave like that. Do you do it just maybe a little bit?
It's because I want to play with him, then Olivia chucks me out.
But sometimes you behave a little naughty, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you do then when you behave a little naughty?
Me and Olivia fight.
Right, you fight. And who has to stop the fighting?
Dad.
Dad. And who tells you off?
Mum and Dad.
All right. And what happens when you get told off?
We get put on the step.
Get put on the step?
Yeah.
Right. And what happens when you're on the step?
You have to stay there for 5 minutes in silence. Or 6.
Or 6.
Or 7.
Right. Lovely to meet you all. Lovely to meet you all. I'm going to go and speak to your mummy and daddy now.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
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 Driving you mad 1 minute, but loving them all the time, right?
Literally could not live
Yeah.
without those 3 kids.
It was a good morning talking to the children, because actually just watching them, in an environment that was set up, for them to be able to play, they're not capable of being able to do it. No. They really aren't. Mm. And it was interesting just to listen to Jake very smartly say that he hadn't misbehaved, which shows me obviously that he knows that he shouldn't behave.
He does know.
He shouldn't be behaving in a certain way.
Yeah.
He does know his rights and wrongs. I just feel that really you need to come together with respects to getting the discipline right. And I think certainly the fear of you feeling you may lose Jake is really stepping you back from not participating and being the parent that you need to be when he is misbehaving, And I think really you need to find some peace there, because having watched you do your warnings and your discipline, you're spot on. You do it correctly when you're given the warning.
Okay.
And you do use the correct tone.
Yeah.
And it's not about volume, it is about tone. And it has to be different to your conversation voice, because children, when they're growing up, they watch your facial expressions, they listen to the tone of your voice, and that's how they gauge whether they're on the right road, by your approval, your praise, and your tone. Mm-hmm. So if you guys can practice that, then we'd be getting somewhere. We'd be getting somewhere with respects to discipline, because I don't want mum stepping in all the time, because otherwise then it undermines yourself.
This is the thing,
And then it seems like you have no authority. And authority is to be respected, not feared. And I believe you can quite easily get there with the children.
Yeah.
You can. You really can. And I would like to look at some more tape, please.
Listen, stop fighting now. The future, if Jake carries on with his behaviour, he'd probably end up in those teenage gangs and probably attacking people on the street.
I'm going to watch you one last time, and then you will be on a naughty step out. He's going to be one of those kids that I can see you'll get a knock at the door and it'll be the police. This is now, seriously, your final warning now. I don't want to see my son as one of those children. Stay sat there, 6 minutes. He's got everything that he needs. He's got a loving family. He's got a stable home, and there's no reason for Jake to be one of those children. This is why I'm getting the best help that we physically can, which is Joe.
Okay. So it's interesting to watch that, because, the kids love you.
Yeah.
The kids love you. You can see they're all over by Daddy. It's like all cuddling up on you. You're never going to lose that. You're never going to lose that. What they'll have for you is a really healthy respect. They'll understand that you create boundaries for them because you love them. Even when they feel it's unfair, you know in your heart that you're always being fair. So I'd love you to go home and just practice tone.
Yeah.
Okay? It does mean being able to kind of role play a little bit, you know, and practice that tone and follow through on that. When you are doing discipline and you do leave Jake, don't go over, you know, he's there. There's no need for you to engage in conversation with him because he needs to learn that his actions lead to certain consequences.
Okay.
But I have to say, you know, you can watch the kids obviously playing there. They're between themselves, they'll work it out. And it's a really important lesson for parents to learn when to intervene and when to just step back and just watch the kids. Because they will nudge a little bit. Stop doing this. No, I want that pencil. But they have to learn how to be able to get on together. The outside roaming, you always want your children in front of you, and it's all about trust. Practice doing that in parks first.
Okay.
Don't put your training ground on real roads.
No.
Go to the park, hold hands, tell him, look, this is about me trusting you. You know, I can let go of your hand if you're going to walk beside me or a couple of feet in front of me. Never behind. And gain the trust first. It's you trusting them showing you, and then, once those rules are in place and they understand, you can have children just walking a little bit in front of you instead of running off, you know? And the biggest that you're really seeing with Jake is that there are times that he doesn't need to be on that naughty step and in discipline. And you're using discipline to control his behaviour. And he's behaving the way he is because he needs to learn how to socialise better. His social skills need to come up to par.
They do,
He's punching and fighting because that's his way of integrating with other children. And it's why other children don't want to play with him. So role play with his, you know, with his Lego pieces or, you know, his horses and knights, whatever he's got, okay? Role play with those. Introduce him to those social skills and what we do. I mean, look, you've got 3 kids. No better ground than to be able to do it with the kids at home so that you help him when it comes to playtime and mixing with his friends. Because I do, and I have to say, I do want him with his own peer group. I want him with children that are his emotional age. You know, he needs to be with his own age group. And do not fear. At this age, don't take yourselves to the place of it's going to be locked up behind bars, the police are going to be calling him, it's going to end up in the gang. I mean, you're really sensationalising a situation that really is very common and very natural. You just need to work on his social skills, make the school more attentive of that, make sure they're not with the older children. Okay? You need to be able to set up the rules of the game. And this is a real key point. When you're playing games together, board games, it allows them to understand rules, how to play with one another and how to enjoy the experience. Okay, and good sportsmanship. It's about playing and enjoying. And every child who's very competitive and very willful will not want to feel like they're losing. So if he goes to mess up the game and he messes it, bring him back and then stipulate, I want you to be able to join in and have fun, because it's about taking part in the game and not always about winning. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's about the experience of it. So that if he messes up the game again and he goes to walk away, and now this is the second time, bring him back and say, actually, you do have to sit here and watch all of us. I'd like you to join in when you're ready to join in, because you understand what you have to do in order to have fun. But if you can't do that right now, then you can just sit on the side and sit down, cross your legs and watch everybody else playing. Don't allow that smashing of the game to allow him to go off and have his own fun. Bring him in and he has to sit on the side with everybody else and watch. Make sure he stays there and leave him there to watch, because he's learning certain behaviour when you're playing games lead to fun and experiences of enjoying it. And when he gets that, he'll want to participate more and more. Does that make sense to you both?
It does,
Okay, so we've got tips and tools to go home with.
We have, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Welcome Welcome back. My next guest, Megan, is here because she says her mum, Hayley, does not know how to control or discipline her two younger brothers, Vinny and Owen, who run riot through the family home and their local neighbourhood.
I'm Megan, I'm 22. My mum needs help with my younger brothers because they're spiralling out of control.
Erin and Vinny don't respect anyone and anything. They don't respect me, they don't respect Megan, they don't respect nothing.
It's gone too far now.
He kicked his football through the chip shop window, kicking people's fences, throwing bricks, going into people's properties and their gardens without their knowledge. I had my depression since I had Vinny.
Constantly telling me that she's going to die and I need to take care of the boys.
They did put a lot on Megan. I couldn't look after Vinny. So I feel as if, like, Megan lost out.
I think I'm a bit of mum and sister to Vinny and Erin. I would like to see it change and me just be a sister to them.
Things all spiral out of control.
If it carries on the way it's carrying on, it will. It'll probably break me, Mum.
I just feel as if I've got no control. I feel as if I've lost it as a mum.
Hi, welcome to the show. Let's just get straight to looking at this tape. What do you feel you've lost as a mum?
Respect. And I just can't control them.
Has it always been like this?
Since I had depression, it was just a case of let them do what they want to do.
When was this? Explain this to me.
About 6 years ago, I used to wake up with panic attacks and I couldn't go out.
Okay.
And then they put me on medication. When I was feeling down, it was a case of let the boys do what they want because I wasn't very well.
And you didn't want to handle it, or you didn't want to know?
I just didn't want the confrontation. I didn't want... So I put a lot on Megan.
Right. And Megan, was there any kind of resentment for that? Like, why am I doing this? Or, you know, why have I got to do this?
No resentment.
Did you feel sorry for your mum in the situation that she was in?
Yeah.
So you became a carer?
Sort of, yeah.
Was she registered as a carer?
No.
Okay. And you stopped going to school? What age?
Probably year 8, I was probably about 13, 14.
Right.
I knew I was putting too much on Megan, but I couldn't control it, Jo, if you know what I mean.
So you became completely dependent
on Megan.
On Megan?
Yeah.
And
totally.
Really, because you knew she was there, you took that for granted, really, and just leaned on her?
Yeah.
Knowing what you were doing, but you did it anyway?
Yeah.
Are you still doing that now? What's it like presently?
No, it's better now because now because I'm in a better place now, I take care of my grandkids. So what I lost with Vinny and Megan looking after Vinny, I help Megan now with her boys because I'm in a better place. But I still let my boys walk all over me.
Why?
I don't know, Jo.
So how bad's it got with the boys?
Just fighting. 2 of them have had ABCs, and that's the first step on the ladder to ASBO. For abusive language, intimidating people, and just being nuisances, basically.
So it's gone beyond. I mean, from the behaviour that has spiralled out of control in the house, they went and took that all outside now and have no respect.
They have no respect for no one or anything.
Is that what we've got here?
An ABC.
Acceptable behaviour contract from the police. I mean, when you received this, what did you start to think?
Well, my heart sunk because I thought I was going to lose my house. Because if they carry on like this, the council have said I will lose my house.
So there was no thought of, oh my God, the police have just ordered an ABC. What the hell am I doing with my boys or anything like that?
No, it wasn't like they ordered the ABC, but the police know that I'm trying to do my best with the boys.
What do they know? Tell me. What do they know? What have you said to them?
They know that when they're out causing trouble and the police knock on my door, I don't just like brush the police off. Do you know what I mean? I do tell the boys that it's wrong.
I know what you're saying, but your daughter's saying that you need to pull things together and do more. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more so I can get a full picture here?
It's just like if in the summer, if Mum says you're grounded, they're only grounded for 5 minutes because they keep on and on and on, and she gives in. If she says, no, you're not having takeaway tonight, they'll keep on, and she gives in. She doesn't stick to it. She needs to stick to what she says and carry it through instead of 10 minutes later letting them get away with it again.
I do that.
Don't know.
This is the first step, being brave enough to come here and talk. Because we can't quit now, can we? Because quitting doesn't get us anywhere, does it?
I don't want to do it.
Quitting doesn't get us anywhere.
I don't want to do it.
Stay with us here.
No.
What we want to do is we want to change things. We want to make things better. Because they have to get better, don't they? Right? You've been in a good frame of mind. You've been feeling better in yourself, which is a good thing. And it's about looking to tomorrow in how we're going to put things right, which is a good place to be. People sitting here that agree with that because they know. Let's meet your mum.
Me as Hayley and as Megan. Megan works the same way I do, and Hayley's in the middle. She's totally different.
Megan's got respect for me mum, but Erin and Vinny just don't care. They will laugh in her face.
It'll only come to a stop while I'm here.
Get away!
My nan's always here. She comes here every night.
But I can't be here all the time. And I've got my own life, you know, so I can't be stuck here all the time. I've got to try and help her. I'm fighting a losing battle because she's not listening to what I'm saying to her. Now it's got out of hand.
Get away! Get boy.
She said to me, "Shed, you reap what you sow, Hayley. Shed, it's your fault the like this."
Welcome to the show. What do you think the main problem with the boys is when they really start to fight with each other? What do you think their main problem is?
I don't know what the problem is that makes them fight the way they do. I can't see any reason for it. There's no, you know, they can be sitting there watching the television and fine, and the next thing all hell breaks loose.
And what are they like with you?
They know I won't take no messing out of them.
Why?
Because they know I won't put up with it. You know, I like say, for instance, Hayley, bless her, will go in and she'll say to them, right, stop messing around. I'll go and turn telly off. And then she gets her hair off with me then. She doesn't say anything, but I know she's got her hair off with me.
You have? Does that annoy you?
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Why? Trying to understand sort
It's
of why.
just like if Mum turns the telly off, it gets even worse than what it was before Mum turned telly off. So just leave the telly on.
But in all fairness, my love, it can't really get any worse than what it's got, can it, really? I mean, the only way is up. It can't get any worse than what it is right now, can it really? It can't get any worse. In order for it to get better, you're going to have to put that raincoat on and you've got to go through the storm. You're going to have to go through the storm. There's no, you know, there's going to be no going around it. You've got to go through it. You're going to have to go through it. But that's the lesson in going through it. That's where the kids learn. That's where they learn that you mean what you say and that you're going to stick with your word.
The word no is not in Hayley's vocabulary, Joe, where the boys are concerned. She needs to just say no a bit more often. And when she says no, she means no. And as I've just heard her saying, you know, they wear her down.
But you know that's a tactic too.
I think she's got to be a little bit stronger.
It's a tactic to wear you down so that you will give in. It's a very smart tactic. Your boys are smart. They had a lot to say. Watch this tape. Do you know why we're all here today?
Yep.
So what kind of stuff goes on at the house then that upsets you both?
Oh, Mum.
Yeah? So talk to me about that, love, because, you know, this is a chance for me to be able to hear your sides so that I can talk to your mum and see if I can help you all, you know? That's what I want to be able to do, is to help you all.
It's like, it's just like, sometimes we're good on some days.
Yeah.
Because he'll just be calm and I'll be on my Xbox and he'll be on his.
And you'll be?
On my Xbox.
So you both got two separate ones?
Yeah.
All right, so you both be on your video games, yeah?
Yeah. So then if I ask him to play with me, and then he comes and plays with me and I'll start arguing with him.
Yeah.
And then when he starts swearing at me, I walk in and we start fighting.
Tell me about the good stuff that you do. Like, is there any things that you do that you're really proud of? And is there stuff that your family are proud of?
My mum's happy with me in school because, like, she knows that I want to become a history teacher. And she pushes me to do my best, and I try. And that when I tell her my grades, she's really happy because they're all like, they're good.
So you're really head on with your history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so pleased to hear that. And what about yourself, Vinny? What are you doing at school?
Maths,
Yeah.
English and French.
Okay, and French as well. Do you do well at school? You do well at school as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does well at school. Have you got, like, any idea of what you might want to do when you're older? Have you been thinking about that, Vinny?
No.
No, not yet. Nothing that you're really interested in?
No.
How can I help you? Like, how can I help your family?
Just try and, like, resolve the problems what we've got. Try and, like, stop the arguing and fighting.
Make it stop?
Yeah.
What does Mum need to learn a little bit more of that would help her?
Control his anger, like, more.
Yeah.
Because she's noticed that he's got a temper.
Yeah.
But, like, there's nothing to stop it. Like, she hasn't tried anything with him yet.
Right, OK.
And like, I'm not sure what she could do with me. Because I think I'm OK with it. Like, right now, at this minute, I'm OK.
Yeah. Nice to meet you both.
Okay.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
You can see Vinny's thinking, oh, my God, Joe's going to go and meet my mum. What's she going to say? And Owen, he's all right. We don't need help. He's good. I don't think you can do anything there for me. I'm good. I'm good. I talked to the boys. I mean, you can see they were, you know, very articulate in what they felt they needed to control more of. And they know. They know they've made some poor decisions. Vinny certainly needs to learn by example how to control that temper of his. What happens is that when the boys get into their squabbles, as they will, it's not nipped in the bud quick enough, OK? And Vinny doesn't have the maturity to actually handle that situation and walk away from it. So they end up, fighting like cat and dog. And you have to nip that in the bud. So unfortunately, where if we had seen a little bit more maturity, they would have come to this kind of dispute and worked it out themselves. They can't do that right now. So you do have to go in and nip that sort of behaviour in the bud straight away. And almost as if when they do come in and they all know that they are going to be watching television, you've got to set those rules up there and then for them, you know, and let them know what those ground rules are. And let them know that if there is any undesirable behaviour, this is what's going to happen, which is exactly the example that was set by your mum. Any of that nonsense, Teddy's going off, done, finished. So that at least they can meet that. But I would say when you start to recognise that Vinny is, losing his temper, I do think it's a matter of recognising that that anger will peak and then come back down again. But when it's peaked is when he's destructive. And I would literally distract him with anything else that he loves to do in his own room, his own space, his own time, and be able to distract and bring him back down from that peak of anger. Because that's when, he becomes his most destructive. And then, of course, he's going to get into trouble for that. So you want to help him to be able to manage that situation, because the more he can manage his anger and regulate that, the healthier it will be for him. Because you can see that when he does lose it, he's remorseful afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's very remorseful afterwards. I'd like to look at some more tape, please.
She was really, really close from losing the house. She had to go in mediation classes with another neighbour to stop Vinny and the other child from fighting.
I need Owen to stop behaving himself because he's very clever and intelligent, and I want him to get where he wants to be. He wants to be a history teacher. So this is why I've got to sort them out now. Like, I'm the parent, and I should have control over them.
I think she's finally realised they do need help.
I know what I've done. I know exactly what I've done. I can't turn back the clock, but I can try and move forward with them.
In our family, it's all hands on the deck. You know, if you kick one, we all limp. She really is good-hearted, but she's got to start being the mum. I hate seeing her upset like this, you know, but when she rings me up and she says they're playing up and I go round, I drop everything and I go round and, you know, and I try to advise her, and yet sometimes I probably do poke my nose in, but do it for her own good. She don't listen to me. You've got to say no and mean no, and I know they can get her down by mithering and what have you. She just needs to be a little bit stronger.
You know, you said something in that tape which is very correct. You know, you can't change your past, but you can change your future. And that is your decision. And I would say to you that this time we're not doing try, because your past is your past, but where you go today when you leave here is the future for all your family. You've got literally a son there who wants to aspire to become a history teacher. They both get on at school. They really enjoy it because there is a beautiful environment that mentors these boys, that sees their potential, that continues to bring that out in them. And I want you to be able to take that they receive at school and really adopt that fashion yourself at home. You know, when the boys are telling you, you know, and your older son's telling you, oh, I'm going to go and hang out, you know, around the block and hang out with the kids that you know are no good. Don't do that, son. Let's just talk about this for a minute. Don't do that. You know why I don't want you to do that? Because I love when you come home and you tell me how well you've done at school, because this pathway is not going to lead that way, but this pathway is going to lead you to what you want. He needs to hear that from you. He needs to hear that from you. He needs to know that you're behind him, helping him with those decisions, you know, because you've got a lot of past to learn from. And in that reflection, you can be there for not just the boys and shaping their behaviour, but to continue the relationship that you have with your daughter as well. But it does mean that those, you know, those tough knocks, that tough love, does have to kick in, because they really, truthfully, they don't take you seriously. They love their mum. Without doubt, they love their mum. How? We love our mum. We love our mum. But that's not enough. It's not enough. You have to have expectations for them. You have to be able to see the potential in them and draw it out and let them know that. You need to be strong enough. You know, you need to be strong enough and may I say, mature enough as a grown woman, okay, that you are, to actually listen to a mature grown woman. Because she's been there and done it, and she's still doing it with the family. She's still doing it. But today, that means that you have to make a decision, because it's not about just coming here and talking about it and then just going home.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start today.
I'd like to end on one thing with you all as a family, because when your mum spoke about you on that tape, you broke down into tears. And I'd love you to recognise gratitude, because I think it's important for us to understand and be grateful for what we do have in our family. And you do have each other. And I think it's an important thing to remember and practice, you know, the gratitude of what we do have. And I think these boys need to hear that, because I think it would really build their self-esteem. It wouldn't go amiss to get a bit of paper, to cut a nice heart out, and every day, write something that you see, that they are achieving, something about themselves, so that you can build that self-esteem from within. Because when your mum gave you a little bit of love there, you broke down. We all need it. We all need it.
I know.
Today's the day.
I didn't quite hear that. Did I quite
Tomorrow's the day.
Did I quite hear that?
Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow never comes.
Today.
So today, now, right now is the day.
I'll ring you tomorrow and tell you how we got on.
Please. I'm going to hold you to it. Thank you. Thank you. That was difficult to have because if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be there. Love her. The little darling. I know.